Monday, September 1st, 2025. I am Abigail McIntyre. Coming up in the news, Ministry of Education to launch digital learning transition in public secondary schools this September. And Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell sees bright future for regional trade after Carifesta this year. Details to these stories and more after the break.
The official Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1 to November 30. Are you ready? Have a family emergency plan. Stock up on supplies. Follow official alerts. Do not rely on rumors. Prepared communities are stronger communities, but preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
To meet the growing water demand in the south of the island, NOASA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank through the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund, is implementing the Southern St. George's Water Supply Expansion Project. This project is designed to improve water quality, ensure a consistent supply, and protect our environment for future generations. We are upgrading our water supply system by replacing aging infrastructure, constructing new storage tanks, and installing advanced monitoring equipment. There will be dust, noise, and traffic inconveniences. We appreciate your patience during the construction phase. We believe in the power of community engagement. Your voice matters. Your input is essential. Want to learn more? Get involved. Attend our public meetings. Follow us on NOASA's social media and share your feedback. Reliable, safe drinking water means a healthier, better quality of life for all. Together, we're securing a better water future for Grenada. Join us on this journey. This project is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Government of Grenada, the Caribbean Development Bank, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the United Kingdom, with grant funding from the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education is taking a bold step towards digital learning with a national initiative to distribute high-quality laptops to Form 1 and Form 2 students in public schools. The distribution is set to begin as early as September. This announcement was made during the 2025-2026 school year address by the Education Minister, Senator the Honorable David Andrew. Minister Andrew also highlighted other measures being introduced to strengthen student performance, particularly in mathematics.
We are piloting specialist teaching of mathematics in 14 of our primary schools, 6 of which will be equipped with state-of-the-art mathematics laboratories. This is a strategic reform initiative aimed at strengthening student performance in mathematics. We are onboarding new initiatives to continue equipping teachers at all levels of our school system. Through initiatives like the Advancing Caribbean Teachers in Mathematics project, we will train 30 teachers this year in innovative strategies for mathematics education. And we are strengthening student support systems, from school feeding to uniform assistance, ensuring equitable access to education for every child.
Reflecting on the start of the last school year, Minister Andrew recalled the challenges faced following Hurricane Beryl, which were particularly difficult for students in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. He noted that since then, the government has made significant progress to provide safe and secure learning environments for students and staff.
The reopening of schools this September carries special meaning and significance as we reflect on the one-year anniversary of the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in 2024. In Carriacou and Petite Martinique, where the impact was most severe, all hurricane-affected schools, with the exception of Dover Government, have been fully rehabilitated in record time. This rapid recovery demonstrates what is possible when government, communities, and partners unite in purpose. It is a powerful reminder that as a nation, our resilience defines us. I am pleased, therefore, to announce that plans are well underway for the construction of a new school at the Dover Government, or at Dover.
Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell says Carifesta has uncovered the enormous potential for trade within the Caribbean. The Grenadian leader, who visited several of the booths and displays at the festival over the weekend, was impressed with the variety of products and services being marketed not only to the other Caribbean islands but potential international clients. He commended Prime Minister Mia Mottley and her team for organizing the 2025 festival with such vision.
There's a lot of energy, a lot of creativity, and really unity. I think we got booths from all over the Caribbean, and it's showcasing the amazing talent, the creativity, the hard work, the culture, the business acumen, the entrepreneurship. And I think it's bringing all of us together. It shows that there's, I think, enormous potential for trade, for us to buy and support a lot of our local businessmen, women, entrepreneurs. And I'm hoping that coming out of this Carifesta, not only that we have it every year in a different island, but that we can then generate trade, intra-Caribbean trade amongst people, because people see what's been made, what people are doing, and I think it's key for us to know that, because sometimes we assume the Caribbean doesn't have stuff, or we can't get clothes or shoes, or rum or candles, or straw hats or fans, and we have it all here. So I'm really, really impressed, and I'm happy that so many vendors have been able to be accommodated at the market.
He is optimistic that going forward, small and large businesses from Grenada and other regions will reap the rewards of Carifesta. The festival, he said, also augurs well for regional integration.
And it says that the work is of high quality. I think we have to help them make sure that they can get their products to the market, because it's clear that when people see it, whether it's the rum, whether it's the candles, whether it's the agro-processed stuff, that it's selling quickly. And I think that augurs well for small manufacturers in Grenada. Regional integration, regional trade, regional business, because people have to move, goods have to move, services have to move. And the more that happens is the more there is a resilience in our economic space, and the more that we keep the money circulating within our own economies rather than sending it outside of Grenada.
Culture and Tourism Minister Honorable Adrian Thomas is pleased with the show of Caribbean unity at the 2025 festival.
And what I've seen here in terms of creativity is so fantastic. I mean, the amount of young people I'm seeing here engage in the development of artisan, in craft, in clothing, the food. I mean, everything is just spectacular, and I'm very happy that I came, and Grenada is able to participate well. We are already integrated on that front, and it's just for CARICOM now to give people free movements so that you can go in any one of the islands and set up your business, establish contacts, gain clientele, and enjoy prosperity in the true form.
Carifesta 15 concluded on Sunday, August 31st in Barbados. The Ministry of Health is issuing an urgent call to action following a concerning rise in respiratory illnesses across Grenada during the month of August. Recent surveillance data indicate a significant increase in cases of acute respiratory infections, including a resurgence of COVID-19. With the reopening of schools, health officials anticipate a continued upward trend in respiratory infections, particularly among children and vulnerable groups. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles said in order to stop this illness and lessen its impact, the public must quickly adopt sanitary measures, including frequent hand washing with soap and water or use of alcohol-based sanitizers, covering coughs and sneezes, proper and safe disposal of tissues when used to cover coughs and sneezes, regular cleaning of high-touch surfaces in homes, schools, and workplaces, wearing masks in crowded or enclosed spaces. Dr. Charles emphasized that while the situation remains manageable and there isn't a need for panic, a conscious community effort is essential to prevent further increases, especially as thousands of students return to the classrooms. Meanwhile, healthcare providers have been advised to heighten vigilance for flu-like illnesses and collect samples to help identify the cause of infections. While it is not uncommon to see a rise in respiratory illnesses following the annual carnival celebrations, the Ministry of Health reminds all Grenadians and visitors that public health is a shared responsibility. You're watching the GIS News. Stay with us. More stories after the break.
Want to learn more? Get involved. Attend our public meetings. Follow us on NOASA's social media and share your feedback. Reliable, safe drinking water means a healthier, better quality of life for all. Together, we're securing a better water future for Grenada. Join us on this journey. This project is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Government of Grenada, the Caribbean Development Bank, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the United Kingdom, with grant funding from the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund.
Welcome back. Over 20 young participants from mainland Grenada and Carriacou and Petite Martinique are now more equipped for careers in sea following a one-week Standards of Training Certification and Watchkeeping, also known as STCW, course. The training, organized by the Division of Youth, provided participants with essential knowledge and a certification for the future. This is the fourth in a series of training in the area on the island. Trainer George Alexis noted the high level of interest from the trainees and wished them well as they use their new knowledge and exposure to sustain their livelihoods.
This last week was extremely interesting because this class in particular was very challenging. In a good way. The questions, the interests, and the learning was on both sides. We are happy to be part of this program. When it started, it was not, at that time, there was no plan to extend like this. I happened to be here doing something for somebody else, and it's morphed into this. Now we are part of it, and it promises very well.
Permanent Secretary Linwal Parrott commended the participants for taking the opportunity to learn a valuable skill and pledged the ministry's commitment to support initiatives that equip youth on the island with life-changing skills and knowledge.
I hope that you use this platform to really elevate and get into areas that you have been trained in. When it comes to the marine world, there are a lot of opportunities. As a matter of fact, we had a visit from a group from the Prime Minister's office about a month ago. And they want to concentrate on marine, agriculture, youth, and I think it's technology. That's where they want to concentrate on starting from this budget cycle coming up. So I want you to avail yourself of every opportunity and train yourself, prepare yourself. So we stand ready as a ministry to support in any way possible our youth, male or female, in sports, in training, capacity development. This is the fourth training. I think I was here for the one before, so I was not part of the first two, but I'm here for this last two that went. And I'm sure it wouldn't be the last.
Messages of condolence continue to pour in following the passing of former Senator Neelan Franklin during the second sitting of the National Youth Parliament. Franklin himself, a former National Youth Parliamentarian, proudly represented Grenada both nationally and internationally. Youth Representative for St. George's Northwest, Angela Bowen, and Youth Parliamentarian for St. George Northeast, Akim Williams, were among those who paid tribute.
I rise with a heavy heart to pay tribute to my cousin, the late Neelan Franklin. I never thought that I would be making this statement in this honorable house, but I do so to honor his life and memory. Neelan was more than family to everyone. He was a source of joy and comfort, and his kindness touched everyone who knew him. His passing is a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing our loved ones. To his parents, siblings, and our wider family, I extend my deepest love and condolences. Though his time with us was short, his legacy of warmth and kindness will remain with us always.
Mr. Speaker, I rise also to offer my sincere condolences to the late Neil Franklin. I like to call him a soldier on the hill. In our conversation, he was supposed to be our future next prime minister. He was a senator, former youth parliamentarian, a friend, and a family member whose roots go all the way back to the St. George Northeast constituency. To his family, immediate family, on behalf of the management team of the St. George Youth Parliament team and the youths of my constituency, I also offer my condolences to them. Thank you.
A moment of silence was observed in honor of Franklin's service and his commitment to youth empowerment. Meanwhile, the National Youth Representative for Carriacou and Petite Martinique took her oath of allegiance as she participated in her first sitting of the National Youth Parliament.
I, Casey Boson, having been elected a member of the National Youth Parliament, do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of Grenada, as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Grenada, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I'm about to enter.
She also expressed gratitude to all who placed their trust in her during the electoral process and for giving her the opportunity to serve as the voice of the young people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Mr. Speaker, members of this honorable House, and most importantly to the wonderful people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique and Grenada, I rise today with deep humility and gratitude in this honorable House as the National Youth Parliamentarian for Carriacou and Petite Martinique. First and foremost, I express immense gratitude to the Almighty God for His guidance and strength, for without Him, I would not be standing here today. To every supporter, my parents, my team, my friends, both young and senior, who stood by me along the way. To the youth parliamentarians who is in the audience, who came down on the boat this morning, I say thank you. To the many young people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique who believed in me and entrusted me with the responsibility to serve, I say thank you. Your encouragement is a powerful reminder that no one reaches this point alone. It is teamwork and collaboration that builds communities, and it is that very spirit I carry with me today. Mr. Speaker, I stand here not only as the elected youth parliamentarian, but as a proud daughter of the soil of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. As we say, open lala is vida day, open lala again. Now, Mr. Speaker, my journey has been one of constant movement and change. Growing up, I was moved from island to island, parish to parish, house to house, and at one point, I may have even been your neighbor. Note that it was not always easy. New surroundings, new challenges, and new beginnings tested me time and time again. Yet through it all, I learned resilience. I learned how to adapt, how to find strength in faith, and how to lean on the power of community. Most importantly, I learned never to forget where I came from and who I am called to serve. These experiences have shaped me deeply, and it is these very lessons that I now bring with me to Parliament.
You're watching the GIS News. More after the break. Shed the vision behind the group.
I created this band just to show representation for the Chardonnay in America and to kind of help the younger Grenadian kids who were born here to actually let them see what the mass is like and to actually get the opportunity to play it.
Since its inception, the band had continued to grow, attracting more masqueraders each year.
This is year two. Year two. We started with 20 members the first year, and now we're up to 45. And we also participated in Kiddies Carnival 2 days ago with 9 members.
As Mass in the Caribbean and across the diaspora has evolved over the years, Pope believes it is important to preserve local cultural art forms while allowing others to experience traditional Mass. He considers this a duty.
It was my duty to kind of do my part to help the tradition grow and to keep it alive and to have people experience it, not just only Grenadians, but like every Caribbean island or everyone around the world, because Chutney is amazing.
That story just ended the GIS news for today, Monday, September 1st, 2025. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Abigail McIntyre. Thank you for joining us.